Right now, live at 5, the snow is flying for parts of the Northland. How long it will continue. Plus,
tonight, find out the latest on a school smell that made students and staff sick.
And on this Veterans Day, people across the country and here at home are paying respect to our nation's heroes.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Virginia on this Veterans Day, where the snow is setting in up north, and much of the region is seeing a lot of the same. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. Meteorologist Peter Kavakowskis is joining us right away tonight. Peter, this storm is really starting to impact road conditions, especially headed up north like we just saw.
Yeah, north towards the Iron Range, as well as northwest of there towards the international border. We've really seen road conditions deteriorate over the last hour or so. And here's a live look right now. As you can see right now live from our Live i3 mobile weather lab. You can see that road conditions are beginning to deteriorate on Highway 53 as they head up towards the Iron Range. And satellite radar right now is showing that is basically where we are seeing the snow as well across the region. As you can see, basically north of the Twin Ports is where you see the snow, with the far exception of the North Shore, where they're still seeing a little bit of rain, as well as a lot of heavy wind up there. Taking a look at our current watches and warnings across the region, the far northwestern portion of our region in that pink color has a winter storm warning in place until midnight tonight. The purple color, a winter weather advisory until midnight tonight as well. And then you can see off the shore a gale warning for the far western portions of Lake Superior. So that is definitely what we are seeing across the region right now. And road conditions are definitely beginning to deteriorate across the region right now. Last check of MnDOT, Highway 53 completely snow covered, as well as Minnesota 65 and Highway 1. So definitely travel with care and caution as you're heading out and about for any evening plans across the region. And you can definitely see that all across the region right now. Canal Park just coming down as rain, but you can see the flag blowing in the wind out there right now as well. Effie, you can see the snow on the roads there as well. Ash Lake, snow on the roads there. And in Virginia, what we just saw before, snow covering the roads there as well. So definitely be careful as you head out and about for any evening plans. The rest of the forecast for tonight, the snow becomes a little bit more scattered in nature, but we are still seeing it across the Iron Range as well as far northwestern portions of the region. For the rest of us, a little bit of scattered snow showers here and there and possibly some mixed precipitation. This snow isn't going anywhere quite soon. We'll take a closer look at that forecast coming up in just a bit, guys.
All right, thank you, Peter. Waves pushing water in from Lake Superior combined with heavy rain is creating serious flooding in Grand Marais tonight. This is a look out the front door of the Cook County Co-op downtown. An employee there took these photos within the hour, estimating several inches of water in their parking lot. She says they're closing down early because of it. Anyone out and about in Grand Marais tonight should take extra caution.
Now to a developing story out of northwest Wisconsin. The Spooner community is left with a lot of questions after a strong smell sickened dozens of people at a middle school.
The epoxy-like smell was first reported yesterday morning. Tonight, district leaders confirmed 44 people inside that building needed medical treatment. 24 of them were students and 20 were staff. 2 students were in such bad shape that they had to be transferred to hospitals outside the area. Only one of them has been released so far.
The school shut down yesterday and today and will stay closed until the building is deemed safe. School district leaders say they still don't know what caused the smell, but they're working with authorities to investigate.
Today we spoke with a parent of a Spooner 6th grader who was hospitalized here in Duluth. She told CBS3's Abigail Smith about the scary situation and explained why her daughter's medical testing might paint a clearer picture.
Carbon monoxide poisoning. That's what Essentia discharge papers of Kaylee Marley documented. She was rushed to the Duluth hospital after Wednesday's epoxy-like smell, terrifying her mom, Lauren Marley. Lauren says there was an email that went out reporting students and staff had been evacuated, but no one mentioned her daughter was on her way to the Duluth hospital. Kaylee's grandma went to pick her up from school, but she was nowhere to be found. After a call, Lauren rushed to the hospital to see her daughter incoherent, confused, with no idea of who she was.
My child was basically nonverbal, non-talking, didn't know who we were. She went unresponsive 3 times total yesterday, had to go all the way to Duluth Hospital, 3 different oxygen machines.
According to Lauren, doctors said her daughter had a carbon monoxide reading of 4.5, and Kaylee kept going in and out of consciousness all night. Lauren says she is livid with the Spooner School District, saying she would have liked much more communication and responsiveness on their end. Currently, Lauren says she knows of at least 3 other parents with children in the hospital. She says the experience is every parent's worst nightmare.
We reached out to the Spooner School District tonight to ask some questions, but despite multiple calls, we did not hear back.
We also reached out to their school board members. One of them got back to us saying they had no comment. The district did send a press release today, and in a statement, they said their greatest concern is for the well-being of their students and staff. But Marley and another parent decided also to talk to lawyers today who referenced the Wisconsin Department of Safety guidelines on carbon monoxide detectors.
It states that any multi-use residential areas require a detector, but places like schools where no one lives, having a detector is not mandated. Again, this investigation is still underway into exactly what caused the students and staff to feel sick. Tonight at 10, we hear from more parents who are still terrified for their children.
Meanwhile, as we honor those who served our nation this Veterans Day, one local nonprofit is making sure the Northland also remembers those who made the ultimate sacrifice. The Duluth Women of Today hosted a Veterans Day event at the West Duluth American Legion. There were patriotic songs from the Denfeld High School Choir and military honors by John Marshall, captain of the Duluth Honor Guard. Retired Marine Lieutenant Colonel Donna Bergstrom also spoke at the event and had an important message about the holiday.
Is to ask you to remember this day, the men and women who in every war since this country's origin have been a living testament to their loyalty to our country and to their own great courage.
The event ended with a blessing and music from the Duluth Drum and Bugle Corps.
A local veteran is being honored for his bravery in Iraq 15 years ago. St. Louis County Deputy Sheriff Warren Johnson received the Combat Action Badge today. During his deployment in 2006, an enemy targeted Johnson's team and engaged in crossfire. Johnson said he wants to make sure his kids understand and appreciate what it took to achieve American freedom.
They live in a very free and peaceful world, and that's not by accident. Like there was a high price paid for the lifestyle they live, and so I just want them to know that so they honor it and respect it.
Congressman Pete Stauber presented Johnson with the honor at the West Duluth American Legion. Johnson thanked Luke St. Germain, a veteran service officer in Itasca County, for nominating him for this award.
At the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. today, CBS spoke with 93-year-old World War II veteran and Ohio native Harry F. Miller. Miller's time in the Army and the Air Force spanned 2 decades. He served in Europe, where he saw the horrors of the Dachau concentration camp in Germany. Today, he reflected on the things he saw.
I dreamed about Dachau for years after that. I could even smell it.
President Biden also honored veterans today with a ceremony in Arlington National Cemetery.
And from all of us here at CBS3, thank you to the veterans. Still to come on Live at 5, the small town of Parkland is gearing up for the holidays in tremendous fashion. Stay with us as we take you around the Northland right after the break.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Medicare isn't everyone's favorite thing to shop for, but with UCare, it might be worth a browse because right now, UCare is offering a $26 monthly premium plan called UCare Aware. And unlike original Medicare, you also get Part D prescription drug coverage, dental, eyewear, hearing aids, and more. Fire off any questions to a decomplicator today. Hey, it's what we're here for. UCare, people-powered health plans.
Hi, Russell Nicolay, Nicolay Law Office. If you've been seriously injured, we can help. For the last 14 years, my office has been helping folks like you and holding insurance companies accountable. My award-winning legal team can help you and your family. Remember, if you've been injured, get Nicolay. We win or you don't pay.
Mom, I'm here. Mom, where
Without emergency protection, you risk your life. But with Life Alert, one press of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-458-9565. That's 1-800-458-9565. Call now, 1-800-458-9565. For a free brochure, call 1-800-458-9565.
Was Mary Magdalene Jesus' girlfriend?
Jesus didn't have a girlfriend.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
What exactly is third base?
I'm thinking that we gave the kids a talk about the facts of life.
That's best left up to the parents.
It was your daughter who had the most questions.
I have 2 words for you. Not it.
You two are growing up, and maybe it might be time to have a talk about what is happening.
I think she's trying to have the human reproduction talk.
A new Young Sheldon, tonight on CBS, and streaming on Paramount+.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's another live look from the CBS3 Weather Lab heading up north into what is right now the thick of the storm so far. We'll hear more on that from Peter during your full forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. But first, Briggs will give us a look around the region.
Here at CBS3 would like to thank all of those who have served on this Veterans Day. And it looks like plenty of events around the region today show that the Northland is just as thankful as we are. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start off tonight in Parkland, Wisconsin. That's where they're holding the 6th annual Parkland Community Expo. More than 30 crafters and vendors will be at the event with handmade items, selling everything from baked goods to Christmas wreaths. There will also be multiple raffles at the expos that you can enter by donating a pair of mittens, gloves, or a hat to the students of Lake Superior Elementary. The expo will be held Saturday at the Parkland Town Hall right off of Veterans Drive. And speaking of students and veterans, next we head over to Ashland, Wisconsin, where the area schools did their part today to honor those who served. Ashland High School's Veterans Day program kicked off with the 5th annual Veterans Day breakfast at 9 and concluded with a ceremony honoring specific community veterans. Butternut High School also held a Veterans Day program, and the students at Our Lady of the Lake Catholic School recognized vets today by putting on a performance for them this afternoon. And we've got some awesome handmade photos courtesy of those students here as well. Wow, way to go. Those are great. And we wrap up tonight in downtown Duluth, where the St. Louis County Historical Society is presenting its 4th annual Native American Heritage Day. It's happening in the Great Hall of the Depot. Along with celebrating local Ojibwe culture, the event will also feature several fun activities for kids, like a drum building lesson and a lacrosse demonstration. The Native American Heritage celebration will take place on Saturday from 11 to 3. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, Duluth is welcoming back a holiday tradition. We'll bring you those details in a few minutes.
And a crazy day weather-wise across Northland, with some places already coming in close to 2 to 3 inches of snow, as well as a 52-mile-per-hour wind gust up in Grand Marais. Just when will this storm come to an end? We'll take a closer look at that forecast here in just a bit.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
The struggle is real. With Healthy Systems USA, you can lose up to 50 pounds in 2 months. Healthy Systems USA. We help jeans fit better.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
As we finish up another baseball season, I recently finished an extensive window replacement project on my home. I worked with your home improvement company and they hit it out of the park. For your next window, door, bathroom, or roofing project, get the quality and service you deserve with the Midwest's largest full-service home improvement company. Your home improvement company is my home improvement company, and they should be yours too. Contact them today for a free estimate on your next home project.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Hi, my name is Carrie, and on Healthy Systems USA in 2 months, I lost 26 pounds, and it was easy, simple, and even fun.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
An epoxy-like smell at a Wisconsin school sending at least 2 students to the hospital. How the local coffee shop is using their beans to make a difference, telling inspiring stories from people in our community.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. And now, your WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Peter Kevitkauskas.
And here's a live look from our CBS3 mobile weather lab, heading up towards the Iron Range on Highway 53 right now. As you can see, snow is coming down, and it's beginning to accumulate on the roadways there. And that's basically the trend all across the region right now as well. Right now for us here in Duluth, we are seeing the transition over to snow as well. It's been mostly rain all day for us so far. And that's what the almanac shows as well, because we had a high of 42 degrees, which is rather mild, and we just saw about an inch of rain. So definitely a good amount of rain for us, but we're seeing that transition over to snow right now. Right now, 34 degrees with a little bit of flurries flying right now, and that west wind off the lake between 15 and 20 miles per hour, at times gusting up to 25 miles per hour. No accumulation on the roadways quite yet for us here in the Twin Ports, but satellite radar shows that that transition over to snow is basically happening right now as we speak for us here in the Twin Ports. Still a little bit of rain up the North Shore, but that will transition over to snow as we head through the next few hours or so as well. Current watches and warnings across the region for that area highlighted pink in the far northwestern portion of our region. Winter storm warning in place until tonight at midnight. Winter weather advisory in place for the areas in purple until midnight tonight as well. Road conditions are beginning to deteriorate across the region, but we have seen some improvement in the last 10-15 minutes as well. You can see those areas highlighted in the pink color, that purple, still completely snow-covered roadways, and that blue cover, partially covered roadways. So any plans that bring you out and about on this Thursday evening, you're definitely going to want to take it slow and give yourself plenty of extra travel time. Here's how that forecast shapes up for the night tonight. As you can see, the snow becomes a little bit more scattered in nature towards the 11 o'clock hour, especially closer to the lake and up the North Shore, but you can still see up towards the Iron Range, far northwestern portion of our region, that snow is still coming down. And that's the trend for the night tonight. As we head towards tomorrow morning, though, we finally begin to see it let up a little bit, but that's after a good few inches of snow fall across the Iron Range as well as the northwestern portion of our region. By tomorrow evening, the threat of snow kind of really diminishes for us across Minnesota, but really begins to pick up for the south shore of Wisconsin. And that's when we begin to see our next snowmaker down there as well, because the winds begin to transition off the lake, meaning they're beginning to see a little bit of lake effect snow. That lake effect snow continues right through the day on Friday night into Saturday as well. And you can see it finally begins to let up a little bit for Saturday afternoon. And then comes Saturday evening, maybe a little bit of snow for the southwestern portion of our region, kind of what we did, the opposite of what we saw today. Yesterday was basically all centered up north. By this Saturday, maybe even an additional 1 to 3 inches down south. Then as we head towards Sunday, we finally begin to clear things out a little bit. As far as how much snow we're expecting through Friday afternoon, it's still a good amount for some of us. And that blue color, 4 to 6 inches of snow still possible up towards International Falls, Big Fork, Baudette, towards the Iron Range, points north and south from there. Probably an additional 1 to 3 inches by the time you're heading out the door for any evening plans tomorrow. And then the rest of us in that white color, maybe an additional trace up to an inch, maybe a few localized 2-inch places, especially up the North Shore where they could see a little bit of lake effect action for the night tonight. But the rest of us just dealing with rain. Here's how your forecast shapes up for the night tonight. Temperatures fall back into the upper 20s as well as lower 30s. We have some snow showers overhead. Snow begins to diminish a little bit tomorrow, especially for us across the Minnesota side of things. But northwest Wisconsin is still dealing with a little bit of snow. Here's how that 7-day forecast shapes up. You can see that lake effect threat for the weekend, but then we begin to dry things out towards next week. Also slowly beginning to warm things up as well. Possibly the 40s returning by Tuesday of next week.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully that means the snow won't stick around too long.
I think a lot of people would hope the opposite.
True. For now, I'm not one of them.
I'm right there with you. So.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah.
Well, downtown Duluth will soon light up with holiday spirit. Minnesota Power welcomed back its traditional community Christmas tree today. A Hermantown family donated this 45-foot spruce, and this morning, crews worked through the wind and rain to remove the tree and make the long haul to Minnesota Power's newly renovated Lake Superior Plaza. The 36-year tradition was missed last year as the plaza was transformed. Now, with the work nearing completion, Amy Rutledge says there is no better way to celebrate.
For some, may symbolize hope and optimism and really a return to normalcy when you think about all of the challenges so many of us have endured these past 20 months.
The power company is also carrying forward a new tradition with gifts to 3 Duluth nonprofits. The community Christmas tree will be lit at 5 next Friday night, just before the Christmas City of the North parade.
Yeah, I really missed that tree last year.
I know. It'll be nice to see it again.
Yeah, absolutely. All lit up. Beautiful.
Yes.
Well, it's that time of the show now where we get to talk about adoptable pets. And today's pet comes to us from Range Regional Animal Rescue in Hibbing.
Another thing that brings us so much joy, right?
Lots of smiles tonight.
Yes. Well, this is Shadow. He is a 1-year-old mixed breed. Our friends at Range Regional tell us he's a carefree, social guy who gets along well with everyone. He's got plenty of playful energy, but he also likes to hang out and chill after a long day. Sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah, and so cute too. Look at him.
Very
if
cute.
You'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Shadow, you can call the number right there on your screen. Still to come, new details on how the pandemic has impacted oceans. Stay with us.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale. Take up to an extra 10% off sale prices with no money down, no minimum purchase, 3-year special financing, and free shipping. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
If you're frustrated with buffering, if you're sick of stop and start streaming, if you have spotty Wi-Fi, you need to talk to the Extreme Internet Pros. Switch to Extreme Internet 100 for only $34.99 a month for a year. You don't even need to sign a contract. Get fast speeds up to 100 meg, intelligent whole home Wi-Fi, and 99.9% network reliability. You want great internet at a great price? Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
Visit Bender Shoes and step into the European styles of Rieker and Ramonte. Try on a pair of these oh-so-cute shoes and boots and feel the comfort for yourself. Hurry, these styles won't last long. Bender Shoes. We're located in Grand Rapids, Hibbing, and Duluth.
Sometimes the journey is the greatest gift of all. Get there with Frost River.
I got into journalism when I was in high school, actually, and that's where I really fell in love with the news and the storytelling aspect of it. Being able to bring those things together and keep people informed. It's so important for us to be in a community like Duluth, to be able to hear your stories and then bring them to everybody else in the community.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
Hi, Gail King here, inviting you to join us every morning right here on CBS. We'll have the important stories and the interviews, all the news that matters really, and best of all, we'll have a good time together. We like to do that. And now you can find us anytime you want on the new Paramount Plus app. So we'll see you every morning right here on CBS. I thought that one was pretty good.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke. Tuesdays at 10 only on live local CBS3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport.
During the Veterans Day sale at Home Sleep Express, get 10% off sale prices on Thomas Cole and Luxuria mattresses. Get free delivery and setup with no money down and no minimum purchase. 6-year special financing. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
The pandemic caused a boom in plastic waste, and much of it has ended up in our oceans.
A new study reveals just how much damage PPP from the COVID crisis has done. CBS's Ian Lee reports from London.
Say Asia has generated about 46% of pandemic plastic waste, while 22% came from North and South America combined, and 24% from Europe.
We're using more than 2 billion masks a day, these single-use throwaway items.
The study found the most waste came from hospitals. Dr. Marcus Erickson has studied the plastic problem for more than 20 years.
The pandemic is producing a lot of trash, and we're hoping that this blip in trash generation will fade as the pandemic does. Going to reuse and reusable systems is the way to go.
But if action isn't taken to either recycle or better manage the waste, researchers predict 3 million more tons of trash will pile up and stay with us long after the pandemic winds down. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Experts estimate another 34,000 tons of plastic waste could be dumped into our oceans before the pandemic ends, unless more environmentally friendly solutions are found.
Here's what we're working on tonight. Heartbreaking news out of Houston. The death toll rises from rapper Travis Scott's concert. A 22-year-old college senior becomes the 9th person to die in the crush. Plus, it's Veterans Day, and we were overwhelmed by the support of our viewers and the photos of veterans that you sent us. So tonight, we'll be featuring some of them on the show. You won't want to miss it, as the CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
What do you get when you add care from Essentia Health and coverage from UCare? Essentia Care, now available for a more affordable price. Essentia Care's Medicare Advantage plans have premiums that start at $0 per month in select counties. You'll be able to see your Essentia Health provider at our 14 hospitals and 72 clinics. Plus, Essentia Care plans allow you the freedom to see any provider who accepts Medicare. Compare and shop plans at ucare.org/EssentiaCare.
Duluth Stove and Fireplace offers a full line of Finleo sauna rooms, sauna heaters, and sauna accessories. Visit us online at DuluthStove.com or come see us at Duluth Stove and Fireplace at 27th Avenue West and Michigan Street and see your next sauna.
It's starting to get cold outside. Northwest Outlet is ready with fresh new inventory to keep you warm this fall and winter from Carhartt. Men and women know when they shop Northwest Outlet for Carhartt, they know their stuff. They carry more styles, more sizes, more colors, and more flame-retardant Carhartt than anyone in the Northland. Jackets, jeans, shirts, gloves, bibs, hats, belts, socks, and sweats. We've got them all. Check Northwest Outlet's gigantic selection of long underwear, along with Carhartt work boots, rugged but comfortable. Northwest Outlet, home of Carhartt Superior.
Was Mary Magdalene Jesus' girlfriend?
Jesus didn't have a girlfriend.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
What exactly is third base?
I'm thinking that we gave the kids a talk about the facts of life.
That's best left up to the parents.
It was your daughter who had the most questions.
I have 2 words for you. Not it.
You two are growing up, and maybe it might be time to have a talk about what is happening.
I think she's trying to have the human reproduction talk.
A new Young Sheldon, tonight on CBS, and streaming on Paramount+.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Well, welcome back to the CBS3 News live at 5. Here's another live look from the CBS Weather Lab on this snowy evening. You can see what looks like a plow out ahead clearing the roads. That's some good news. Let's take a look back now at tonight's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Tonight at 5, we learned about the developing situation in Spooner that led to the middle school being evacuated after several students became sick and had to go to the hospital. Multiple parents have already spoken to lawyers. One child has been released from the hospital with carbon monoxide poisoning, officially listed as the cause of her sickness. We'll have more details on our website as we learn more.
And tonight at 6, find out how an Ashland High School teacher is connecting his students to history and helping them understand the significance of Veterans Day. We'll bring you to the historic exhibit in an Ashland museum coming up tonight at 6.
Well, before we go, let's check in with Peter one more time. Peter, obviously road conditions are a big concern for a lot of folks tonight.
Yeah, we're going to see those probably continue to deteriorate through the evening tonight as snow begins to kind of work its way further and further south. For the night tonight, snow showers continue, especially for the northwestern portion of our region. Iron Range points north and west from there. Temperatures tonight fall back into the upper 20s as well as lower 30s. Here's how much snow, additional snow we're looking at for as we head towards the day tomorrow and wrapping up tomorrow night. Basically, the far northwestern portion of our region could see another 4 to 6 inches of snow, that lighter blue color, maybe an additional 1 to 3, and a trace to 2 inches in that white color, basically towards the lake and points further south. Here's how the 7-day forecast shapes up. We have more lake effect snow as we head towards Saturday and Sunday. And that's when places like the south shore of Wisconsin, as well as the UP of Michigan, could see up another 5 to 6 inches of snow there. So something we're going to keep an eye on, guys.
All right, thanks, Peter. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you at 6.